You know, guys, when we say the mainstream media is the enemy of the people, this is exactly what we mean.
Mkhwanazi, one of the other things that has been raised as far as KwaZulu-Natal policing is concerned is some of these shootouts that we often report on, where there is the use of deadly force. And, you know, some quarters have said that it always seems as though when there's a shootout between police and alleged criminals in KwaZulu-Natal, there's usually no survivors left there. So,
I mean, why should they be survivors? Why should they be survivors? Do you want General Mkhwanazi to spare the lives of the people that are shooting at the police? What do you want the police to actually do when these people are shooting at the police? What do you exactly want the people to do? I mean, this thing reminds me of that interview that General Mkhwanazi did with Xoli Mgambi, I think, on Newsroom Live, because Xoli Mgambi was busy criticizing General Mkhwanazi and the police in KZN about the fact that they are being heavy-handed on the criminals. General Mkhwanazi said that instead of you sitting here comfortable, why don't you come and volunteer and work with us and see what we see? Come and see what we see. Because it seems like this is the position that the mainstream media has decided to take. Right now, if you listen to how she actually phrases the question, it makes you think that General Mkhwanazi and the police in KZN, they don't know what they are doing. They don't know who they are looking for. So they should spare the lives of the people that are shooting at the police. And we know through the reports that these people, they don't just shoot at the criminals. These people are shooting at the criminals because the criminals are shooting at them. So what exactly do these people expect the police to do when the criminals that are carrying heavy guns are shooting at them? What do you want the police to do? Do you want the police to spare the lives of these people? Because normally when the police go out to look for these people have already done something to the community. I mean, how many reports have actually came out saying that the KZN police are looking for 5 criminals that are responsible for the death of 8 people last night? Like, what do you want the police to do? What do you want the police to do? Like, it is so insane the way these people are speaking with the people that are protecting our lives. It is so insane that this is how they are going to phrase the questions. It seems like there are no survivors when there's a shootout between the police and these criminals that are carrying heavy guns, the same criminals that want the police to die. It seems like there are no survivors. If these criminals get their way, the police will die. The police will die. It's either the police are killing these people or these people will kill the police. But they cannot survive. Both of them, they cannot survive. So why should the police spare the lives of these people? This is one thing that I don't understand. Every time when these people phrase their questions, this is how they phrase their questions. This is how they phrase their questions. It's insane, man.
Mkhwanazi, one of the other things that has been raised as far as KwaZulu-Natal policing is concerned is some of these shootouts that we often report on, where there is the use of deadly force. And, you know, some quarters have said that it always seems as though when there's a shootout between police and alleged criminals in KwaZulu-Natal, there's usually no survivors left there. So can you talk to us, about that? Because depending on who you speak to, members of the public generally are elated at these outcomes, saying that it makes them feel safer knowing that the police will do what they need to do. But there are, of course, other entities that feel that perhaps the police in KwaZulu-Natal at times are heavy-handed.
Of course, the NGOs are the ones that believe that the police in KZN, they are being heavy-handed. I mean, Sakina right now, she just admitted that the people are okay with the fact that the police are killing the criminals. I mean, that is the most important part. The people, the citizens are okay with the fact that General Mkhwanazi and his team are going out, kicking ass and removing these people from our society. But no, they are concerned about the NGOs that believe that the police are being heavy-handed. These are the same NGOs that say nothing when people are being brutally, when people are being slaughtered in our streets. When was the last time you heard an NGO coming out and saying that the police needs to do something because in South Africa over 80 people are being slaughtered every day. These NGOs, they don't say anything when the people are being killed by criminals. They don't say anything when people are being killed in their own homes by the criminals. But as soon as the police do something about these criminals that are murdering the people, the NGOs are coming out to say that no, it seems like the police are being heavy-handed. So guys, if you have been aware, this is the position that the mainstream media has taken throughout the year. This is the position that the mainstream media has taken throughout the year. And General Mkhwanazi has already addressed this issue of people criticizing them when they are doing their own work. That's why I'm asking, why are these people bringing General Mkhwanazi to their programs only for them to ask the same question that has been answered, I mean, time and time again. This question has been addressed by General Mkhwanazi. And at this point, it doesn't make any sense why the mainstream media invites General Mkhwanazi to their programs only for them to ask him the same question. What do they want General Mkhwanazi to say? No, we are sorry that we are killing the criminals that have murdered the people. You remember last year, or is this year when General Mkhwanazi and their team actually slaughtered the criminals in this hotel? The crimes that these criminals committed in Limpopo, they are heinous. They are outrageous. These people were killing people randomly in Limpopo and they ran to KZN. But these are the same people that the mainstream media wants their lives to be spared. The mainstream media doesn't want General Mkhwanazi and his team to kill all the criminals. They want them to kill other criminals and spare the lives of other criminals. This is insane. So if the people are okay with the fact that these criminals are being slaughtered, why is that a concern? Why is that a concern? And why must South Africans actually listen to the NGOs that don't give a damn about them and their lives? Why should South Africans give a damn about the NGOs that don't care when they are being slaughtered by the criminals? This question has been addressed. I don't know why they keep inviting the general to their programs to ask him the same question over and over again. Just listen to General Mkhwanazi addressing the same question.
I wouldn't want to argue much with those that refer to us as vigilante groups. Ours is law enforcement, and we are going to protect them as well. If their lives are under threat, they can call us vigilante group, but if their lives are under threat, we're going to protect them, and we're not going to discriminate against anyone. We put our lives before the lives of the citizens. That's why we're commemorating the members that we lost last year, yesterday, just at the Union Building. So it's just a sacrifice that we do as a police. We're not going to give up, regardless who says what. It's in the courage that we have is that it's a minority. It's a minority that makes those comments, those that have got opportunity to come before the media platforms and they say those things. But the public in general, they're quite appreciative of the work we do. I mean, for these youngsters that unfortunately they lost their lives here, they've been responsible for mayhem in the area where they come from. So you go and interview the community in that area, and majority of them are going to be excited that at least they might get a sign of relief because the people that were terrorizing them are no longer around. But not to say that it's a good thing for them to die, but the mere fact that they are not amongst the society, and it makes public quite happy with us. So we'll continue doing that as long as we operate within the law. We're not going to stop.
Done. It's done. I don't know what do these people want General Mkhwanazi to say, or they want General Mkhwanazi to feel sorry for these criminals. Do they want the citizens to feel sorry for these criminals? Like, it is strange why these people say the same thing over and over again. Strange.
Mkhwanazi, one of the other things that has been raised as far as KwaZulu-Natal policing is concerned is some of these shootouts that we often report on, where there is the use of deadly force. And, you know, some quarters have said that it always seems as though when there's a shootout between police and alleged criminals in KwaZulu-Natal, there's usually no survivors left there. So can you talk to us, about that? Because depending on who you speak to, members of the public generally are elated at these outcomes, saying that it makes them feel safer knowing that the police will do what they need to do. But there are, of course, other entities that feel that perhaps the police in KwaZulu-Natal at times are heavy-handed.
It's a difficult one because we lost members as well, and we lose members of the community, and as much as we lose the criminals.
And this is one thing that these bogus NGOs do not even discuss. The fact that the police are losing the members on the field every day. The fact that the community is being killed every day by these people. But no, they are only concerned about the criminals die. They are only concerned about the criminals die. I mean, in this scene where General Mkhwanazi and his team just destroyed these criminals inside this hotel, I remember, I don't know if it was a newsroom or it was SABC, these people were literally concerned about the family of these criminals. Have you guys alerted the family of these criminals that these criminals have been slaughtered? I mean, these are the same people that killed an 11-year-old in Mpumalanga. And the media said nothing about the fact that the family of an 11-year-old was being shot by these criminals. Did they ask about how the family of that 11-year-old are feeling? No, they said nothing about how the family of that 11-year-old is feeling or what they are going through. But they were quick to ask, did you guys alert the families of the criminals that these people have been killed? This is the mainstream media for you guys. This is the mainstream media for you.
It's unfortunate that if we are faced with this type of criminals that are so aggressive, it leaves us with no choice. And we always encourage our officers that do not hesitate when the member of the public's life is in danger, yes, or your life is in danger. Do not hesitate to make use of the training and the skills that we gave you in the South African Police Service in order to come home alive. Your family members need to back. The family still needs to be with you. The community is still expecting you to come back and serve them. So you cannot just lay your arms down and die at the hands of the criminal, because you're going to deprive the opportunity of the community to receive the service that they're supposed to receive. So we encourage our members to make sure that they do whatever they can to come home alive.
And General Mkhwanazi and the police in the KZN, they must know that we as the people, we are fully behind them. We are fully behind them. We don't care about the NGOs. We don't care about the media that are trying to phrase the questions in a way that is undermining the work that the police is doing. We don't care about that. We are fully behind General Mkhwanazi. And looking at General Mkhwanazi and how strong General Mkhwanazi is, and the fact that he is bold to come out to say that we told our people that they must not die when they carry their own guns. They must not die with their own guns. I mean, the fact that Ramaphosa has not appointed this man as the police minister, I mean, we need someone like this. We need someone so strong like General Mkhwanazi to actually deal with the crime that is killing us in this country. Because in KZN, of course, the people in KZN, they are a bit relieved knowing that they have General Mkhwanazi. But what about other provinces? What about other provinces? We need General Mkhwanazi. Every province needs a General Mkhwanazi. Every province needs a General Mkhwanazi. In KZN, the criminals know that, oh yeah, it's fine, we are still going to commit the crimes, but chances are tomorrow we'll be dead. This is how the criminals are living in KZN. But in other provinces, I'm telling you, criminals are doing as they please. They're doing as they please. So shout out to General Mkhwanazi for telling his people that, guys, you are not going to die with your guns. The members of the public are not going to die with you guys carrying your guns. These criminals must die. And he's not being apologetic about it. He's not being apologetic about it. And the people that are criticizing the police and the KZN police are just a minority. I like the fact that he also highlighted the fact that these people that are being critical of the work of the police are a minority. So this is something that we must keep in mind in this country. That's why I am so frustrated every time when the media comes out with this talking point, because the people that are complaining are a minority. Majority of the people are happy about the work of the police.
And General Mkhwanazi, what is the latest on the 3 on-duty police officers that were killed whilst on duty over the weekend? I think it was 2 from Hammersdale Police Station and the other in Eskawini. Have there been any arrests effected in this regard?
Yes, on the Hammersdale incident, the criminal that shot our members is also been killed. And
those are good news, man. Those are good news every time. Those are good news, man. Those are good. Those are good news, man. Every time when General Mkhwanazi announces something like this, man, I don't know, for some reason I feel okay. I feel okay knowing that the people that are shooting at the police are being taken care of.
The firearms are covered. We're continuing with further investigation in order to try and establish whether could have there been someone behind him that encouraged him to do what he did. As I said earlier, if you recall, there were 4 people that died on the day, including himself. He was a 5th one, 2 police officers, 2 family members, as well as a criminal himself that died in that incident. But prior to that, a week before that, there was a murder of 2 ladies that were killed in another policing area of Pinetown that were going to be buried in that family. So ultimately, we can say out of the act of that man, 6 people were killed by that criminal. So, but at least he's late, and we're going to continue with the investigation because we don't believe that he just decided to wake up and kill people. So there might have been the reason behind. Perhaps someone was working with him in order to encourage him to do what he did. So that one of Hammersdale, at least for now, we're comfortable that the criminal is no more. We're just going to have to keep a very close eye on his funeral because surely we most likely might be able to find our target when they bury him, because that's normally where people come together. In the issue of the matter of the member that we lost in the Timbangeni area, the one of the suspects was killed on the scene, and his firearm was. But sadly, that we lost a member, and unfortunately, the member was off duty. His wife was also injured in the process, and she's critical in a hospital. We do hope and pray for her speedy recovery. And the other criminals that were part of the robbery, the members have been able to hunt them down, and 2 of them have been arrested in separate incidents and firearms recovered as well.
Mkhwanazi,
we don't give General Mkhwanazi enough credit, man, as the people of this country. We don't give General Mkhwanazi enough credit, and I think most of it has to do with the mainstream media questioning him at every single turn. They are trying to make this guy look like a villain, but I like the fact that he has already addressed that you can call us with all sorts of names. We don't care. We are still going to protect you. If your life is in danger, we are going to come and protect you, despite the fact that you are criticizing us. And we must not give airtime to these people that are criticizing the police, because this is what the mainstream media is trying to do. They are trying to give as much airtime as possible to these bogus NGOs that are trying to criticize the work of the police. And this is something that we must not allow to happen. We must not allow to happen. Every time when the media comes out with this talking point of the bogus NGOs, we must come out in these programs and to say that, guys, you need to shut it out. The people are happy. The people are happy. The South African Police Service is not perfect. It's far from perfect. But we are not going to criticize them and actually we are not going to say that they are completely incompetent and they don't know what they are doing. Some of these people are putting their lives every day in danger. They are losing the members in the field every day. And we, as the people of this country, we must be appreciative of what the likes of General Mkhwanazi and his people are doing, because you can just imagine, man, how many people actually want General Mkhwanazi dead. I can just imagine how many bosses of these criminals want General Mkhwanazi dead, because they think that General Mkhwanazi is the one that is fueling the police to kill the people. So they want him dead. They want his team dead. And they still continue to do the job every day. And we must say, thank you for your service, Mr. General Mkhwanazi. Thank you for your service. And it's unfortunate that we have a spineless president who does not see any quality in General Mkhwanazi. He does not see any quality in General Mkhwanazi. We need General Mkhwanazi to preside over the SAPS nationally as soon as possible. This is a call that we are making to the government, that we need General Mkhwanazi to preside over the SAPS nationally. Can you just imagine, man, all of these people being given instructions by General Mkhwanazi, telling them that, guys, go after these people, and when these people pull out their guns, make sure that you kill them. Do not hesitate. We have given you enough training with the South African Police Service. Do not hesitate to take out a criminal. This is just a criminal, a waste of space. Make sure that you eliminate that person if that person takes out a gun. Thank you for your service, General Mkhwanazi. Thank you for your service. I know many people are not saying that, but I am going to say that General Mkhwanazi, thank you for your service. I know what you and your team are going through. These people that are criticizing you, most of them, they live in the suburbs. Most of them, they live in these comfortable areas where crime is not that rife. But when it comes to us, some of the people that are living in the townships and witnessing what is actually happening, we know exactly how dangerous it is outside. These people are living behind the walls. These people are just like the politicians. They are completely out of touch with reality. This is why they are so comfortable going out to criticize the police, the same police that is making sure that the average people are being protected. They are totally out of touch with reality, and we must not take them seriously. We must shut down the media every time when they come out with this talking point. This is what we must do as the people of this country. We cannot allow the media to make it seem like the police is doing a terrible job when they are taking the opinions of a minority. This is something that we must not allow as the citizens of this country. We cannot allow it to happen. We must not. So shout out to General Mkhwanazi, man, and continue rocking. Continue rocking. We know that the criminals are not sleeping in KZN. I just wish that every province had its own General Mkhwanazi. I just wish it has its own General Mkhwanazi. I know that maybe the Sakina Kamwendo didn't have bad, but the way you phrased the question, I have a problem with that. I have a problem with the way that Sakina Kamwendo actually phrased the question. And if you have a problem with that, bye-bye. Guys, please tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button, and the most important part, subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.